So what can private tutoring offer that traditional teaching maybe doesn't? So there's a lot of answers to this. The obvious thing is that it's that one-to-one care and attention. So it's really important when you're working with any student that you build up an element of rapport, and that can be talking about the things that they like and have interest in. It can be creating worksheets and exercises that fit into their interests and hobbies, and it can just be listening to them and treating them as an adult and hearing what they have to say and really feeding back on that. So with my background in youth work and in child therapy as well as teaching, something that you'll find in my sessions is that we actually develop a really nice working relationship, because it's a chance for the child to be listened to, it's a chance for your student to just feel confident enough to say what they struggle with, and of course they're always getting that feedback. So especially when we work online, what we often do is work in a shared Google Doc, so it's a little bit like looking over their shoulder. I can see everything that they're writing while they're writing, which can feel a little bit intimidating at first, but the good thing about it is they get constant feedback, so they get constant praise and constant, just letting them know, oh, just watch out for this little thing there, just watch out for that little thing, let's do a little bit more on that. And it's through this trial and error and realising that they're not going to get in trouble, they're not going to be judged, it's really supportive, and they are going to be praised for the good things that they do. Because of course in the classroom a lot of students feel like, oh, the teacher notices the mistakes I make, or when I'm talking to a friend they don't really realise how hard that was for me. And I understand from a teacher's point of view, with a class of 30 you just can't be everywhere at once, and you just can't be in the student's world. So the beauty of private tutoring is that I really can be with that student throughout the journey, completely giving them the full attention during that session, and the confidence that that gives the student, and actually just improving their learning skills, becoming a better learner, being able to communicate and feed back how they feel about something, or whether they understand it or not, is truly valuable moving forwards. Another advantage, of course, is that you as the parent or guardian gets feedback on that student. So quite often the only way we hear is on parents' evenings, maybe what the student's experience has been of a lesson, and that can be overconfident, or it can be the other way, that they're just too hard on themselves. So what you get from private tutoring is a professional, qualified teacher being able to give you feedback weekly on where they are against where they need to be, what their weaker areas are, what their stronger areas are, and a real down-to-earth, straightforward way of doing that, which builds the student up as much as looks at where to go next. And when I was a student, I used to remember I'd spend hours sometimes on a piece of homework, and I'd get it back and there'd just be a single tick, and it was really demoralising just to think, really, all the effort, and that's the only reward. So what I think is great about tutoring is actually the student feels like it's worth it, there's value in it, there's something at the end of it, and I think that often demoralises students in the classroom, that what was the point just for a single tick, or sometimes not even be marked at all. They just feel like it's an invisible audience and nothing ever gets seen or done with it. So it's really nice for them to be seen, especially those students who struggle or are maybe a bit shy or anxious, and don't speak up so much and don't ask for feedback and help in the classroom. It's a really great way to build those skills and confidence.